What's up, my dangerous individuals? As you can see, we're going to dive deep into the God of this world, the God of the Matrix, the God of the physical world, Satan or Saturn. Because this is the age of Aquarius, and traditionally and classically, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. But before we dive into it, I'm going to come with this word, and we're going to manifest off of it. So check this out. I am, and you can say this too if you like, but just to put it out there, you feel me? I am a conscious creator who's highly protected, appreciated, loved, and favored, presently staying in fancy hotels every day and making my magic more profound than it's ever been. From this moment forward, I'll always be self-employed. I am a vagabond, always exploring and never bored. I own a fancy RV and take my children touring. I have support, and now I'm more likely to stand on business. You must be interested in wisdom if you want to make my vision. If you're uninterested in ism, you won't make my mentions. Those who intend to contemn me just end up their own victim. I use spoken word and I manifest off repetition. My spoken word has conviction to embody the feeling. I am a conscious creator and I create from brilliance. My light is so revealing. My life is so pragmatic while I'm labeled rebellious. When it comes to the truth, I'm zealous and I'm telling you that I'm me. I'm sleeping with prosperity. Destiny married me. Courage carried me. Failure never heard of me. Worry scared of me. Abundance buries me. My wealth burdens me. The truth is clear to me. The lies are clear to me. Success is sharing me. Love is curing me. Peace is prepared for me. Purity is purred to me. Insights ensuring me. Rare things occur for me. And fear is to the rear of me. Come on. I might have got the order a little bit wrong, but I done hit damn near everything. That's just some good positive energy for you to program yourself, your subconscious life, so you can live your best life. You feel me? Live your best life. And I wrote that to the instrumental of Shawty Swing My Way from back in the 90s. That instrumental, but, I titled it Living Life My Way. You feel me? Something like that. Anyway, Saturn, the God of the Matrix. We're in the age of Aquarius, right? Collectively, you hear a lot of this in the New Age community, which there's a lot of New Age information going around. We are collectively and consciously, collectively, we are creating that. We are in the age of Aquarius, which, like I said, is ruled by Saturn. I'm going to tell you why this is important, very important. Before the age of Aquarius, we were in the age of Pisces. Jesus, the fish, right? Pisces, classically, traditionally, is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is about overindulgence. It's about blowing up. It's about big things, big shit popping. You feel me? Oranges, anyway. We're coming from that, you feel me? Abundance, prosperity, just having a little bit too much. Doing a little bit too much, you feel me? We come from the age of doing too much, but it also lets you know in that book that we're coming into this age, this new age. It's the age of Aquarius, Saturn. So life is balance, right? Life is balance. So we're coming from doing the most to doing what's necessary. Now we was doing shit that we didn't need to do, that we didn't have to do, and now we're doing the shit that we need to do. See, Saturn, whose color is black, rules over restriction, limitation, boundaries, too. Virgo rules boundaries a lot, but Saturn rules limitation, which is restriction. This is important because we just left Pisces, which is about the boundless. You feel me? The infinite. Formless, there's infinite possibilities. Freedom, all that type of stuff. But life, like I said, maintains its order, so we're coming into the age of Saturn ruler. See, life is like any other business in life. If I go to McDonald's, very likely they have more than one manager. And life is set up the same way. The God, there are many gods. The God at the top, the supreme God, is consciousness, is awareness. There's just the energy period, existence period. What I like to think, what I would put under awareness of consciousness is truth. Because truth, if there is an order to be maintained, and there is much order to be maintained and governed, it has to be governed. You have to have the truth. You have to have the truth in order for things to be maintained properly. If you maintain it based off of something that's not true or deception, then it's no good. What maintenance do you have? You just have a lot of chaos. So, Supreme God is just consciousness, period. I put truth under that, and then you got the rest. God is not, as far as life, it's just like a business. There are many gods. The manager at this point in time is Saturn. Before Saturn, it was Jupiter, likely. But in Saturn's management, like I said, the colors for Saturn is black, and it's about limitation, it's about maturity, it's about hard work, it's about status and fame, but, based off of putting in the work, having discipline, self-discipline, or having to be disciplined. See, Saturn rules the police system, the enforcers of the discipline. When you have little self-discipline, control over your own emotions, a mind, etc., then there is somebody who works for Saturn who comes and provides the necessary discipline. Or, maybe they don't provide the necessary discipline because that comes from within, but they will check you so you check yourself. Long story short. So we live in abundance, we have left abundance, and now we're being restricted because the old mentality was, well, even though it's just me and my small family of 3, we have 5 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms. Even though I'm just one man, I have billions of dollars that I can invest into. It's a lot of gluttony type of energy. That's why a lot of individuals are kind of overweight and stuff like that. That's also a Jupiter energy. Greed. You feel me? So now, we're just trimming the fat. This new age, we're about trimming the fat. And becoming minimalist. That's a large reason why the minimalist movement has been established and grown as much as it has. Tiny houses and van life and car life and let me think, because I used to stay in one in Albuquerque, like the extended stays and stuff like that. Hotels booming right now. The housing industry is in a bubble. It's in a bubble. Housing, stationary housing is not the move right now. It's not the move right now. Now maybe buying houses, buying property and land, if you got the money for that, I guess it could work out for you. But I would say don't expect to make too much money, because that's just not the move right now. A lot of where we are right now in reference to the economy is, rideshare is doing good. Lyft and Uber, public trans, things of that nature is doing good. As far as having your own car and having your own house, that energy is still around, but I would say that the focus is more on being intellectually, technologically inclined, and being a producer. You know, Aquarius is about the individual. It's about the collective as well. Aquarius rules humanitarianism, which is about the greater good for everybody involved, all of society, all of humanity. Which is why, you know, we came from individuals, like I said, moguls who have billions and trillions of dollars, who are governing how things work out for other people. But now it's more about spreading the wealth. It's more about spreading the wealth. Humanitarianism. Aquarius is an air sign. Air is about freedom of movement. You know, we still got that same energy. You know, Pisces, Jupiter is about freedom to move as well. But Pisces is a water sign. A lot of emotion in that. A lot of emotion in that age. People's feeling. But now it's more about the mind. It's more about intellect. Aquarius is about forward thinking. It's about being advanced. This is why I said technology. Developing, software developing, or just, you know, videography. Things to do with electronics is booming right now. That's why all of a sudden, you know, we go from paper money to crypto. Feel me? Technological money, electronic money, debit cards and stuff like that. That's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is. So everybody, if you want to know how this will affect you in your life, what I would say to you is, pull your natal chart. Pull your natal chart and look and see what houses that you have Pisces in, and what houses that you have Sagittarius in, because those are the classical traditional signs that are ruled by Jupiter, which we just left from. More so Pisces, but Jupiter as well. And look and see where you have your Jupiter in. This is where you will very likely experience the majority of your limitation. Where you have to get more disciplined. For me, I have Pisces in the 6th house. In my daily life, in my routine life, I have to be more disciplined. I have Pisces in the 6th house of daily life and routine, health and assistance. I like my freedom every day. This is given, you know, entrepreneurial energy, spirit. Well, in order for me to be an entrepreneur, then I have to have discipline. I have to set up my schedule, my own schedule, work my schedule. You know, it's about me doing it myself. If I want that freedom, if I want to obtain and just live that freedom in my everyday life, to be creative, to explore, to dream, to imagine and stuff like that, well, I also have to have limitations. This is why Virgo, the sign of structure as well, you know, having things in order, is the opposite of Pisces. So just long story short, look to your natal chart and look at where you have Pisces, which house Pisces is in, which house Sagittarius is in, and where your Jupiter is. Because these are the energies that Saturn will be coming and affecting in your life, in this lifetime for you. Yeah, Saturn. Some animal totems of Saturn, to know that Saturn, you are embodying Saturn's energy, or Saturn is communicating with you. Crows, vultures, black cats, black, a lot of black, dark energy, Dark energy. Saturn is a dark energy. And it's negative because of its perceptions. You know, Saturn, like I said, is a manager. But its job, its task, what Saturn is doing and governs, Saturn governs time, which is beginnings and endings. Saturn governs birth, and Saturn governs death. So, at a job, Saturn is the hirer, and Saturn is also the firer. So, you know, Saturn will have a lot of individuals who dislike Saturn because maybe they didn't get the job, they didn't get the start that they wanted to. Or maybe they got fired from the job and they, you know, oh, that's the motherfucker that fired me, you feel me? It's a lot of negative that can be in doing that job, but somebody has to do the fucking job, you feel me? Also, like I said, resourcefulness. And that's why I said crows and vultures, you feel me? Crows don't hunt. Vultures don't hunt necessarily as from a predator standpoint. But they are very intelligent. Saturn rules intelligence. Aquarius is a sign of intelligence. I can talk about society. It's about, right now, electronics and intelligence. Black cats. Also, cats are very intelligent. Cats love their freedom. Aquarius loves his freedom. But it's also about resourcefulness, recycling. Being that Saturn rules over death, Saturn's energy is about using what's unwanted, what's left, the scraps, the things, the dirty jobs, the things the people that don't want to do or don't want to get involved in. Saturn is the one that handles that. You got an old house that needs a lot of renovation, whoop-de-whoop. Well, Saturn's going to come in and deal with the spirits and the rots and the death and all of that, and, you know, store and save what it can, salvage what it can, and everything that's not, you know, take it to the junkyard, to the landfill. Take it to the landfill. Also, if you ever gone to the landfill, then you know there's a lot of vultures out there. You start getting close to the landfill, you see the vultures flying. Why? Because they're being resourceful and taking the things that other people don't want. This is that one man's trash is another man's treasure energy. And so I'm coming from the perspective of having to embody this energy. I was recently homeless within the past month or so in Georgia. I've also been stripped of a lot of the excess things in my life. Whether it be because I wasn't using it. I mean, I had it, but I was not using it. Or I was using it, but it was no longer useful to me. You feel me? So, that's a lot of that. And becoming a minimalist, because that's the energy, like I said. Just focusing on what you absolutely need as far as materials, like food, water, shelter, clothes, like just, you know, the basics of what you need, and focusing more on conditioning your mind, because your mind creates your reality. Like I started this with some good spoken word mantra. I am a conscious creator who's highly protected, appreciated, loved, and favored, presently standing. You know, that's all from my heart and my mind, what I want to experience. See, for the individual, and we are all individuals, we have the independent power to create our existence and experience what we want to experience, but you got to have your mind right. You have to declutter your mind. See, Saturn is about coming in and removing the thought patterns, the mindsets and mind states that don't benefit you no more. It's about clearing your mind from old information and old ways of living and old ways of being that just could be detrimental or just no longer benefits you. That's what we're going through right now. This is Saturn, Satan, the god of the matrix, the god of the universe at this time. You see a lot of virtual reality technology going on. You know, whatever you think, whatever you might can imagine with your mind, you can live it. You can witness it. That's just what it is, man. You know, I was once in a position where my perspective of Saturn was, I'm gonna do this. My perspective of Saturn was negative. You know, I used to think, fucking Satan is bad and the devil, and you know, but I had to mature. Saturn rules over maturity. I had to mature in my awareness of what the truth really was. But in order to become privy to and integrate my spirit with the truth, I had to be open to the truth. I had to go seeking the truth too. And in seeking the truth, man, you have to you build your discernment to be able to distinguish between the lies and the truth. And lies and deception, you'll get to a point where it doesn't feel good to be around that. You know, I wanted to know what God was, who God was, since I was young. When I was growing up in Christianity, it didn't make sense to me. I had to know. My first glimpse of really coming into the truth was when I did DMT. I've been just pushing steadily and forward after that. But Saturn, Satan, is the ruler at this time. There are many other managers, Sol, S-O-L, in the solar system, the sun, you feel me? That's positive energy, creative energy and stuff like that. Yeah, they still exist and they still managing. But the main manager on duty right now, I would say, is Saturn. And Saturn will protect you, man. If you make yourself available to be used by Saturn, be it whether you are example of self-discipline or discipline of others, or intelligence, forward thinking, or resourcefulness, recycling, you know, as long as you are making yourself available for Saturn to use you, he will cover you and he will restrict. Like I said, Saturn rules restrictions. He or she or it will restrict all of the intentions, the harm, the ill intentions that others mean for you. It can't get to you because Saturn is using you. But you got to make yourself available. You got to have a positive mindset about the things that you do. You feel me? Saturn has a job. Satan has a job where it's a lot of negativity that comes with that. So from my perspective, Satan and Saturn really appreciates one who can take on the role and enjoys the job. One who views hard work with some pride. You feel me? Not too much, you know. There's too much of anything is bad. But if you can be optimistic and work for Saturn, Saturn will work for you as well. When people, you know, Saturn rules over time, like I said, birth and death. When people may mean for death for you, they got to go through Saturn. That energy goes through Saturn on pulling the card, on when it's over with for somebody's life, when it's over with for somebody's job and stuff like that. So you have to build up your faith in Saturn, that Saturn is working for you too, you feel me? And the more loyalty that you show to Saturn, the more loyalty that Saturn will show for you. He will show you that, man, yeah, they might feel that type of way. You're going to have to go through the feelings now. People going to feel how they feel now. We'll do a lot of projecting that shit on you, but you doing the right thing, they don't got that power. And they can't trump the God of the world, of the matrix, you feel me? Also, if you're doing it the right way, let's say like where I have been for a little while, resourcefulness, right? You know, when I had a job working at a food place, and at the end of the night, it would be some leftover food and stuff like that. Me being in the position that I was in, being a minimalist and stuff like that, I took the food, you feel me? They was gonna throw it away. And then they was like looking at me. They might looked at me as lesser than, because I'm taking the food. And they want to project negative energy onto me as like I'm some lesser than because I'm being resourceful, you feel me? And Saturn takes up for you in them times, you feel me? Saturn will look out for you. Yeah, they might be sending the negative energy and stuff like that. They might feel how they feel. They might talk shit or whatever, but they ain't got no power over, you feel me? They didn't want it. How can you feel some type of way, some negative type of way about something that you didn't even want, that you would throw away, that somebody else is intending to use and make use out of? What sense did that make? You feel me? Principles, man. You got to know the principles of life. So we're in the age of Saturn. Satan is the god. You know, there are multiple gods. Like I said, it's not just one individual god. You got Saturn, you got Venus, you got Mercury, you got Sol, you got the moon, you know, and I'm gonna talk about all of it. I've been fortunate to be invited by the energies from my perspective. You know, they might send the people or whatever. Of course, they have to operate through some means of a body, but I like to deal with the source, man. I got the moon in the first. I like to deal directly with the source. So, you know, the energy, it comes to me a different type of way. I've been fortunate to be privy to the truth of life. I have gone through the tests, the tests and the trials, the tribulations, and I've stuck by the truth. I stuck by hard work. I stuck by loyalty. I stuck by the truth, though, for real. And, you know, as long as you could do that, man, the energies, they're going to test you. Like I said, they're going to try you, but they'll fuck with you and they'll look out for you. So I'm favored by all of them. That's how I feel. I'm favored by all of them. Whatever I need to, whether it's kindness and nourishment and caring energy from Cancer and the moon, or it's pride and ego because I got some haters and thinking that, you know, they're going to shut me down or whatever. And I need to show up, and I need to get in the solar energy. I got that. It works for me. It's favorable for me. Or what I need to fucking get low and get the fuck out the way and, you know, be quiet. And I need to get in my Pluto, the Scorpio. Yeah, all of it is fucking with me. And I'm fucking with it. You know, it's working for me. So I'm just appreciative. I'm appreciative that I had to, you know, come this independent route. This is what my channel is all about. Dangerous, being individual. I made this in 2016. I was having no awareness of none of this, what I'm talking about now. I didn't know shit about astrology, numerology, the planets, none of that. All I knew was about heart, telling the motherfucking truth, standing up for what's right. I guess that was my moon speaking, moon and Libra in the first. You feel me? And my Leo sun, heart, courage. But this was about Saturn, you know. Hopefully I didn't forget nothing. I don't think that I did. But, you know, you can take the information that I got and expand on it. And you know, use your mind. Expand your mind to the things that you know and put the pieces together about what you see and where it's going. So, you know, Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, the water bearer. The air sign was the water bearer who has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. You feel me? Anyway, that's it. Love, peace, and stay dangerous.
It takes a nigga that's hard from the start to get